We will attack them sea, air, and land. If someone used international financing network to get money, and then they used international network to jam the server, or to delay the server, or to compromise the system, and then you think that our best response is to go to the streets where they have sent soldiers and thugs, don't do that. We will use the same strategy. Let nobody go to the streets to protest. We'll conduct our protest differently this time. We did NSAS 1.0. NSAS 2.0 failed. It is about to fail. NSAS 3.0, they can't come out of it. Young Nigerians, don't protest. Those who have the skills, devote your energy to this. This is how we can land these guys in prison. In the coming days and weeks, I trust young Nigerians to create whistleblower platforms. So if you are a hacker, if you are whatever, if you understand internet, this is the time to deploy your skill. Investigate. Take over their phones. Take over their emails. Take over their call records. And young Nigerians who are working with sensitive positions, you are in the ICT department of banks and you have access to information, make them public. Get on this job. I invite you to look at their records. Publish their personal details. Publish their BVNs. Publish their NINs. Publish their bank details. Publish their bank statements if you can acquire them. Publish their pay slips. Publish some of the properties that are linked to them and their dependents, especially ones that were acquired in the last 1.5 years. These people will come after me. So what I'm going to say to you is at a great risk to my life. Because I found something about the beavers, really. And some of the things you guys will find out about the beavers, I found them out. There were things I found out about the abyss, but I couldn't say it with my mouth. There are things I found out about IREV, I couldn't say it with my mouth. So I started calling for independent multi-stakeholder audits. I will share videos. Interestingly, Nigerians did not pay attention, and they agreed to walk into an election with a compromised system. And today the result is evident. Not just the system, the process. They were designed to function the way they did. Nigerians are asking me, yes, you found out about these things. You talked about it. You warned us about it. We did not pay attention. Now what? And that is the essence of the video. And what I'm about to say today is very consequential. I've thought about it. These people will come after me. I know them, they will come after me. So what I'm going to say to you is at a great risk to my life. But I know my God is able to protect me. And if He chooses not to, Nigerians will not allow what happened to go to rest. Those who want to steal the collective destiny of Nigerians will not be allowed to succeed. So here are the instructions. It is not enough, one, to try to prove to Nigerian courts what happened on February 25th or how the election results were changed. It is not enough. People will try, but it is not enough. So here are additional things we will do to get back this mandate and to indeed dismantle the structure of criminality that has held Nigeria down. So civil litigation will not get Nigerians out of this mess. Please share this video. Please share this video and watch till the end. Civil litigation will not get Nigerians out of this mess. So if the people who did this are allowed to be roaming the streets, we will not win them with any civil litigation, no matter what evidence we bring to the courts. And so that's why the essence of this video is to invite Nigerians. Remember that I warned you about the beavers. You didn't agree. I warned you about the IREV. We warned you about the abyss. We warned you about the voter register. We warned you about all the systems and the processes. And we begged you to insist that these systems be subjected to multi-stakeholder audit and integrity tests. You did not listen. May God bear me witness again that I'm warning you not to go to civil litigation only. The Nigerians must now begin a criminal inquest as to what happened and how it happened. And the criminal proceedings will become from the top. Whoever is the beneficiary of this crime, whatever his name is, Nigerians will now have to begin criminal inquest against him. I'm not inviting the Nigerian. I'm inviting the Nigerian state if they're interested. But if the Nigerian state is not interested, the Nigerian masses, the Nigerian public, we have to protest differently. Let nobody go to the streets to protest. Let nobody go to the streets to protest. Let no young person go to the street to protest. We will conduct our protest differently this time. We did NSAS 1.0. NSAS 2.0 failed. It is about to fail. NSAS 3.0, they can't come out of it. They shot us NSAS 1.0. They rigged us NSAS 2.0. NSAS 3.0, they will not come out of it. But don't protest. Don't carry any placard. Don't go out. Don't go anywhere. Because the men who planted this is just like a game of chess to them. They have anticipated that we will react out of our emotions. And they have planned ahead of time. And so some of the military deployments you see is both for election day activities and post-election activities. Those bullets will not be wasted, emptied into someone's stomach. Don't protest. See how we protest now. So Nigerians, I wrote here, must begin criminal inquests and proceedings against the highest beneficiary of this crime and his close associates. We will hand the Nigerian state and the international community solid and stone-cold evidence of criminal infractions. So how do we do this, and who are the targets of this criminal inquest? 1, the highest beneficiary of this crime, his close associates and his families. Some of the things they did will be difficult to find, but I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. Watch this. Please share this video. Share this. Share this. Don't let this slide. Share this. Nigeria's morning must come. We invite those with international financing, those with specialty in international financing and international monetary network, especially those who have competence in terror financing, to investigate every dot. The account numbers are known. Make them public. The account details of their associates are known. Make them public. Their business interests are known. Make them public. And some of the things they did, it will not be through direct wire transfers, of course. Some of these things will be shrouded in international, finesse of transferring money. I invite you, if you have the skills, they have accounts with Nigerian banks. They have international accounts. They have VIN numbers. They have BVN numbers. It is now time to look at it through any means necessary. The entire ICT department of INEC, especially those who have direct responsibility over the BVAS and the IREV, investigate. Of course, I'm not inviting the Nigerian state to investigate. I'm inviting young people, investigate, and I'll show you how. The entire ICT department of INEC, especially those who have direct responsibility, share this video over the BVAS and the IRF. The 36 regs, INEC regs in the 36 states, these people that are coming to shake hands on the TV, investigate, and the state returning officers, national commissioners of INEC and their dependents, the man in River State and his associates, investigate, because they have messed up with the wrong generation. In this day and age of internet, those who dwell at the extreme ends of internet, I know there's nothing like extreme, but those who do live in the extremities of the internet will find ways. We will get their account details. Get their account details, all of them. Get their BVN, publish. Get their NIN, publish. Get their telephone records, publish. Publish. Our attack, we will attack them sea, air, and land. Sea, air, and land. Young Nigerians, don't protest. Those who have the skills, devote your energy to this. This is how we can land these guys in prison. Criminal inquest. Civil litigation alone will not solve what happened. What they did will not be solved. If it is to Nigerian courts will not give us back our mandates using civil litigation alone. We must find the evidence to make criminal proceedings against these guys. And this is how. Those who live in the extreme of the internet, I invite you to attack. Investigate. Take over their phones. Take over their emails. Take over their call records. And young Nigerians who are working with sensitive positions, you are in the ICT department of banks, and you have access to information, make them public about these evil men. Make them public. Make them public. So who are the 36 state regs? First of all, get us their names. Let their names be out in the public space. Get their BVN, let it be out in the public space. Get their account numbers, let it be out in the public space. Get their pictures, let it be out in the public space. Let young people descend on them, not attacking them or their families, but let young people use this information to extract more information about them. We will investigate all the account details. So if you are a banker and you're a young person and you have access, we want to see the accounts, published accounts. So get those things out any which way. Those who understand international financing, get on this job. Get on this job. Get on this job. Get on this job. I invite you to look at their records. Publish their personal details. Publish their BVNs. Publish their NINs. Publish their bank details. Publish their bank statements if you can acquire them. Publish their pay slips. Publish some of the properties that are linked to them and their dependents, especially ones that were acquired in the last 1.5 years. Since these people deploy the ICT to arrive at their predetermined outcome for Nigerians, we will show them the real jagabans of the internet. There are people who own the internet. It is not that generation, it is our generation. So let us transfer this warfare. We have done the street warfare, it didn't work. They shut it down in October 2020. We did the PVC revolution. They have now tried to compromise it. Oh yeah, now let us take the tough to the internet. Nobody should go out to any streets. We will protest differently this time. Young people, listen, listen, listen. We will protest differently. Publish their telephone records. Acquire and publish the CCTV footages of the hotels they had meetings in. They go to hotels. So if you're a young person and you are consulting for hotels, you have access to those, acquire those CCTV footages, copy them out and store them somewhere now. All those hotels that the INEC regs and these big boys and big women, I will not call anybody by name, and the ICT department of INEC, people who did this to us, get their names out. The hotels that they had these business meetings in, from now henceforth, any one of them that enters any hotel, get their CCTV footages out in the public domain. The ones that had happened before, if you still have them published, the ones that they will be meeting from now till, because they are trying to cover their tracks now, they will have more and more meetings. Publish those meetings. If you're a young person and you're working in a hotel, book their rooms. Of course, you should do this clandestinely. We will deny them any operational space to carry out their enterprise. They cannot be discussing Nigeria in Nigeria. Book their spaces. Don't be serving them just tea. Don't be just dressing their bed. Don't be cleaning their rooms. Book those rooms and publish the data. Publish it. We need video, we need audio. Any which way, get it out. If they come to the hotel, snap and upload. Post on the internet. We want, in fact, these men from now, we want to know where they are per time. If you see them at the airport, take pictures. If you see them anywhere, take pictures. Public. We want to monitor them per time. It is possible for Nigerians to keep real track, 24-hour track of where these men are per time. We want to know these people that are calling themselves whatever by name. We want to know whichever hotel they go to, wherever they go to, who they spoke to. Nigerians can get this information and publish it in real time. Young Nigerians, I invite you to take up this task. Don't protest on the streets. Don't protest. They have planned for that. Let us take it off. Let us change the dynamics of this warfare. Those who use Android devices, they have Google Maps, and those Google Maps keep track of their geolocation data. That's why sometimes at the end of every month, Google will send you your geolocation data of where you have been to. Acquire those geolocation data from their phones. Acquire it. They tried with the ICT generation. Get it out. We want to know where they are. Get it out. Get their geolocation data out. Take over their phones. Take over their emails. They can no longer send emails in Nigeria. No, they cannot. Once an email is sent, put it out in the public. Acquire those emails and publish it. No more telephone calls for them. Every telephone call, acquire and publish. They can no longer go to any hotel, acquire and publish. Those of you who work in banks and in critical institutions, you have work to do. Nigeria needs your services. You have critical access to information that Nigeria needs now. This is the information that we need to dismantle the structure of criminality. Acquire those and publish those information. Of course, anonymously. And I trust young Nigerians in the coming days and weeks will provide anonymous whistleblowing platforms where you can and show you how you can anonymously post those data without them being traceable back to you. Because your safety is of paramount importance. These men have drivers. They have bodyguards and security men. They have call girls. Leave no stone unturned. Let me repeat. They have drivers. They have bodyguards. And they have call girls. Leave no stone unturned. If we can't get them, get their drivers, get their security men, get to their call girls, they will not be allowed even an inch of an operating space within Nigeria or indeed anywhere to perfect their enterprise. Anywhere they are, hunt them down, get information, bug their phones, bug their hotel rooms, bug everything they are doing, get the information out, get the account. All the INEC regs publish accounts, especially suspicious accounts. Those who you look into their accounts and there is nothing happening in their accounts, don't publish. But those who you look into their accounts and the account details of their dependents and you find suspicious payments, especially those that happened within the last 1.5 years, publish. Because somebody cannot take money now and jam the server and then go home and enjoy his money. And you ask us to go to the street and protest and they will kill us. No! Don't do that. Don't. If someone used international financing network to get money and then they used international network to jam the server or to delay the server or to compromise the system, and then you think that our best response is to go to the streets where they have sent soldiers and thugs, don't do that. We will use the same strategy. In the coming days and weeks, I trust young Nigerians to create whistleblower platforms. So if you are a hacker, if you are whatever, if you understand internet, this is the time to deploy your skill. If you know websites, if you know app development, develop apps where Nigerians can come and anonymously volunteer data about these men. If you are their drivers, you are their cook, you live in their houses, you are their neighbors, you know what they are doing. From now, monitor them and send information in real time. Acquire the passenger manifest of the aircrafts, especially aircraft that are doing private services. If you work in these airlines, if you are an ICT consultant to these airlines, acquire the manifest. We want to know where they are traveling to part-time. All the state regs of the party, all the state regs, acquire the passenger manifest. We want to know all the cities they flew to in the last 1.5 years. Publish. The people in ICT units of INEC, we want to know the cities they flew to in the last 1.5 years. Publish it. Acquire this data and publish. So if you're a young Nigerian and you're working with airlines and you have access to manifest, get them out and publish. We need those data. We will collapse these people with information. If you work in the ICT unit, especially private airline services, and you have data on these men, these evil men, Nigeria needs you. Triangulate their movements. If you work at ICT units of banks and you have access to the kind of data that will bring to the revelation of the public what these men did, the wire transfers, the physical movement of cash. If you are a truck driver, if you are a bullion truck driver, if you know how this is, if you get the information out anonymously, we will collapse. The kind of information, if this goes out and Nigerians take this, remember, I warned you about the Vivas, you did not hear. I warned you about IREV, you did not hear. I warned you about all these systems, you did not hear. I am telling you, don't go to the streets, use the internet now. If you take up this mandate and run by it, the amount of information we will acquire in the next 3 weeks will bring these people down. If we run with this information, the amount of data we will acquire in the next 3 to 4 weeks will bring these men down, all of them. This is not the usual, did they push drugs in Chicago? No. We want to do their immediate telephone conversations. Anybody who has access to MTN, Glo, whatever, you are working with these systems, you can triangulate their telephone calls, publish all their telephone calls, records from the last 6 months. Publish, let them deny, publish. They cannot do this to Nigerians and have the liberty to be making calls. No way. They cannot do this and have liberties to be exchanging emails. In this day and age, no way. They can no longer send. In fact, publish all their emails in the last 1 year. Publish. Let us fight differently this time. Share this video. And share this video. Let not one of you go to the streets to protest. This is like a game of chess. They have anticipated, and believe me, they have already placed countermeasures to quell your protest. Of course, you will know now, the people who did Lekki, they are planning even more. And you are saying, let us kill all of us. They will not kill all of us. They will not even kill one of us. We will drown them in data and information. This is now an asymmetric war. Let us take this war to the digital turf where we can win them. These guys are analog. They don't know what is VPN. They don't know how they don't understand security protocols. Send them chats. Send them, you know what to send them, and then you get access to their emails. Get it done. Take over their phones. Take over their emails. Take over their hotels. In fact, take over the hotel CCTV of all the expensive hotels they sleep in. If you can acquire any which way, acquire it and publish. Publish their telephone conversations. Publish everything. Publish, especially those with international financing. What we want to prove. There are lawyers, of course, I am happy that young Nigerians are gathering evidence that we will use to prove that we got 300 in these polling units and they gave us 30 and they got 20 and they made it 2,000. Those ones are for civil litigation. I'm telling you, civil litigation alone will not get this job done. So we will back up civil litigation with criminal investigation. And if the Nigerian state is unwilling to investigate, young people will investigate and put out their findings in the public domain. These people have done things that they cannot get out from. Let us bring the data to put. I'm looking at criminal breach, criminal proceedings against them. These wrecks, you will not, oh my God, you don't know what young people will do to you. If you collected money and sabotaged the system that Nigeria's voting decisions were processed on, you better report yourself. If not, we will find the account number, we will find the account detail, we will find the house you bought, we will publish all of them. And not just publish it. And by the way, let nobody physically attack anyone. Don't physically attack it. Don't touch anybody. Don't hurt anybody. Don't kill anybody. Don't threaten anybody. Do not acquire data and publish. Don't acquire data. Just acquire data. Just acquire data. Just acquire data. This will be the most. Oh my God. They have not seen a revolution. This is that revolution that we told you. This is that revolution that Nigerians are waiting for. If we do street revolution, they have guns. They have thugs. The same thugs who snatched ballot boxes and who disrupted elections, they will unleash them. The same military of course, will obey the command of the state because their job is to protect the territorial integrity of the state. And if anything threatens that integrity, they will act according to the instructions that were given to them. Please don't do this. Let us go to a place where they can't win. They are analog, we are digital. They said we are 4 people tweeting in a room. Those 4 people start tweeting now at their account details. They said we are 4 people in a room, but let those 4 people start tweeting account details that will bring them down. Let those 4 people start tweeting video records that will bring them down. Let those 4 people, of course, they will start, denying it is doctor, whatever, but publish. None of them, by the end of this week, none of them should have the temerity to open their phone calls and make calls again, because we would have taken over their phones. None of them will be able to send emails because we would have taken over their emails. And let me warn you, politicians and those who are eating blood money. You are working in ICT department of INEC. You are a wreck, and you are it. We will come for you. We will come for you digitally, of course. Nobody will not hurt you. Let nobody attack them. Don't attack their family members. Just investigate. For investigate. Show us the houses they bought newly in the last 1.5 years. Show us the cars. Show us get all the information you can. And then if you are their drivers and their cooks and their policemen, you have seen that these people, you have worked for them for many years, and you have seen how you are ending up. These people don't care for you. Volunteer information. In the coming days and weeks, I trust young Nigerians, if they will listen, to provide anonymous platforms and portals where you can independently and secretly report some of the atrocities they've committed. Some of you have video evidences that will bring these men down. Some of you have audio evidences that will bring these men down. Are you their drivers? Are you their security men? Are you their calls girl? Are you their hitmen? Please publish data. Nigerians need you now. If they live close to you, Nigeria needs you. Fling out your phone and record and publish their every movement. If you know where these INEC guys live, especially those that are responsible for what happened in the ICT, record those people who come to their houses and the people who go to their houses. If you meet them in hotels, record. Publish every hotel they step into. Publish every phone call they make. Publish every SMS they send. Publish, if you can, take over their social media. Take it over. This is a digital warfare. I invite you guys who live at the extremities of the internet to take on this fight. I invite you guys who understand international financing to take over this job. Don't let uninformed young Nigerians, out of youthful zeal and exuberance, go out to the streets to be killed. Don't. Not one of us will be killed. Not one. But we will drown them in the pool of their own corruption. Dear young Nigerians, the new revolution has started. Key into this. ICT experts, bankers, hoteliers, drivers, security men, friends, associates, cooks, you have information, volunteer. We will start a digital revolution that will totally transform revolution in the world. We will not go to any streets. We will take over the internet. We will publish their data. Every hotel they enter, all their call girls, all the calls they made, everything, their bank details, their amount, their bank balance. Publish. Especially for those at the receiving end, but also publish for those at the giving end. The people that these people relied on, they are middlemen. As you are doing this, do a ring around them. Look at the arrowhead of the biggest beneficiary of this electoral heist. Look at the key people around him or her. Get those people. Look into their account details, look into their flight records, look into their hotel records, look into their telephone conversations. You will find something that will put this man in jail. These people will not be allowed. That's why they were doing this with a lot of arrogance. But these people will not be allowed. They are waiting for us. What they wanted to do is go to court. Oh, by the way, we will have to include our friends in the courts. Supreme Court justices take over their emails. The people who read ridiculous, take over their call records. People who give ridiculous judgment. Don't wait for US to ban their visa. No. Don't wait for US to ban their visa. No, publish their records. Publish all these Supreme Court justices. Publish the hotels they've gone to. Publish what they do in the secret places. Publish it. Publish the monies they have. Publish the cars they drive. Publish everything. Publish the houses they bought in Panama. Publish if you have access. Publish. The gap to third man. Not the gap to third man. The Mahmoud of the INEC of the I assure you. Publish. Publish all his telephone records. Publish all the telephone calls within the last 6 months. Publish it. Don't publish, of course, personal matters, their conversation with family. Keep those ones. Be responsible. The only things you're going to share are things which border on criminal breach. The things don't publish their private affairs. If they had done legitimate business and you find them in their bank details, please don't publish. If there are ones in them that have not taken any criminal proceeding, don't publish. Respect them. But if there are people among them who ate corn and cassava and want to put us into a peril, please publish evidences of those corn and cassava. That is how we will win. Let the people who are doing civil litigation do their civil litigation. But let the people who are going to follow through with criminal litigation, give them the data they need. We will bring evidences. If you do this, Nigerians, this revolution is easy. All you have to do is to put out evidences that show how the systems were corrupted. We know the systems were corrupted. One group of people will go to the courts to argue that this system were corrupted to attempt to recover the mandate. But no, we want to do the criminal investigation around who paid for. How was it paid for? What was the money used for? Where did the meeting hold? Where did they have such discussions? And by the way, for the things that happened in River State, all the local government guys that were sent to River State get their records. So go through INEC records and look at the rec in River State. Look into the record. The returning officers, especially for the local governments, all the local governments there, especially those local governments that were flagged, get their records out. Get their records out. We want to know how they were paid. We want to know which means they were paid. Show us the exact time, the exact amount, the exact telephone number, the exact email address, the exact bank account details, the exact NOBAN, the exact BVN, the exact, even if you can, publish their passport details. These are the things we need for this new revolution. Africa's morning will come. And for those of you who would want to attack me or come for me because of this video, my God is with me. My name is Chima Christian.